There he
Ed,
is. Say hi
Ed,
to Mac. Say hi to Mac of all people, Eddie.
Where's Mac at?
Coach Cooley.
What up, boy? How you doing?
I'm not doing as well as you are tonight, man. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, man. We miss you on the sideline, dog. How's Mac, little Mac doing?
He's doing great, man. He's second grade. He had basketball practice tonight. About 15 minutes in, he couldn't keep dribbling. He said his finger hurt, so he couldn't play. He couldn't have played for you. So I'll make sure that Providence doesn't come calling if he ever gets recruited.
Oh, my guy. I appreciate you. It's great to see you, Coach. Really, really good to see you, brother.
You too, Ed.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Eddie.
Ed, go ahead, Jeff.
I mean, listen, what did we talk 2 nights ago as I was walking the dog outside here in Charleston. You were saying to me the progression, I was telling these guys, the progression of our phone calls over the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, my team's soft. I'm not sure how good they are. 2 weeks ago, I'm starting to feel better. The other night, Devin's been awesome. We know what Bryce has been. I'm starting to really like my team. How much did this reinforce how far this team has come over the last 3 weeks, Eddie?
Well, I mean, our staff has done a good job, and we said after practice, we're getting there. As you know, having 8 new players and trying to get people into their comfort zones, that's the way I coach. Like, I'm going to coach your strength, not so much the system. And guys are starting to buy into the identity of you got to be tough on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively, in particular when you play against Connecticut. They are just men out there defensively, and I thought our players really stepped up to the challenge. So we're definitely improving.
Ed, you said before the season started that you felt like Bryce Hopkins had a chance to be Big East Player of the Year. 27 points tonight, and he is relishing being that man for your team. What has that process been like, and what are you seeing from him?
Well, he's somebody who's a gift to the way we play and the way I coach, his versatility. You can play him at damn near every position. Croswell stole a bunch of rebounds from him today because normally he's an elite rebounder. But he's a Swiss Army knife where you can play him all over the floor. He's got some Otto Porter in him. He's got some Karan Butler in him. Those hybrid 6'7", 6'8" guys are just hard to guard when they can put it on the floor like that. And we had some good film sessions to see, how else we can improve with him.
Ed, how's my man Noah Locke doing for you? I know he hit some big time shots tonight. Great kid, obviously tremendous shooter. I'm hoping you're bringing that little toughness level up in Noah's case as well.
Well, Noah knows, and I appreciate you recognizing that. You can tell you're a coach on that and have done it a long time. And that's the one thing I told him, like, we're going to get you shots. We want you to shoot the ball, but you're going to play both ends. And he is really buying into that, right. And he said that's not something that in the past that was counted on from him all the time. But, you coach in the Big East, you coach in the ACC, the physicality, and you got to be able to do that. If not, it's hard to keep you on the floor.
Yep.
Great question.
Eddie, this was the one game I was very upset. I'm not too upset. I've been down here in Charleston and will be for another few weeks. I won't lie to you. 70 degrees yesterday, but I was upset I wasn't there tonight for that atmosphere to hear the kids singing Taylor Swift. We'll get you out on the Taylor Swift thing later. But what was the atmosphere like? I mean, I say it like it's a top 5 environment these days. Was it that good even without the students in session today?
I say with the students, it's probably an A++. Today was A+. The energy, the enthusiasm, when you go to Nova or you go to Gamble, you're down 6 or 7 when you get off the bus. When you go to the Cintas Center, you're down. Same thing here. When you get off 95, you're down 6, 7 points right out the gate. Yeah. And it went to another level today. And again, I say this, it's a credit to Danny and that organization because people come to watch us, but they know we're playing a top 5 team. He has a hell of a team. So I think the combination of it, Danny's teams are going to have to get used to playing in those environments. And it's a credit to what they've built there because everybody's going to want to watch them play.
Ed, it just felt right watching the game tonight. It felt like the war that you think Providence and UConn should be. And in a world where we're always talking about, well, what's the whistle or how's this game getting officiated or whatnot? I was getting text messages tonight from a lot of people saying, man, between the coaches, the players, the officials, like, was that not the epitome of Big East basketball the last 2 hours and change what we just watched?
It's funny you say that because that's the first thing we said walking on. That was Big East basketball at its best. That reminded me of the old school Pitt teams or the Syracuse teams or the Connecticut teams playing. It just was a physical war. I mean, there was nothing given. Everything had to be earned. Both sides of the ball, balls are flying, bodies are flying, whistles are blowing, coaches are mad, coaches are smiling, here, wet spot here. Ed had every ingredient to be a classic Big East game. And I can't tell you how proud I am of our guys because I'm very excited about how much we're growing.
Hey, Ed, I got one final question.
Uh-oh.
I get side texts from all these Big East coaches. You talk about their team comes off the bus. They're down 6 or 7 at Providence. But you waving your arms to the crowd and telling the crowd to get up, that makes it 9 to 10 points. You need to keep your arms to the side, right, and let the players decide the game and quit getting the crowd so hyped. It's already hard enough to win at the dunk. And I know they don't call it the dunk anymore, but it'll always be the dunk to me.
You know what? It's the Civic Center back in the day. It's a Mika Mutual Pavilion, and that's what they're there for. You know what's great about we have an educated crowd, and I appreciate them responding to that because, as you know, man, when that noise picks up and that energy picks up, man, it just makes it great. So
hard to win there.
I'm never going to stop doing. That's a great win for Providence College and our organization because we beat a great team.
Hey, do you catch a glimpse when they're playing Taylor Swift and you're in the huddle? Do you ever catch a glimpse over to those fans? Because if you don't, you need to. At some point, it is one of the funniest, most entertaining things I've ever seen in a crowd anywhere. When Taylor Swift comes on and you've got all these shit-faced students singing along to it, it's classic.
Honestly, I can hear it a little. I mean, I'm not paying attention to that. I had to learn the song. You know, I'm a 53-year-old dude. So Taylor Swift and Ed Cooley, we don't go hand in glove there. You know, again, I'm a Lou Rawls, Barry White dude, as you know. But I appreciate the energy it's brought to our organization. Yep. You know, hey, and those kids have a great time with it.
Ed, before you go out, tell Mac the story, the quick abbreviated story of years ago. Can you do it on air of when it was you, me, and was it Pastorino who went down in
No, it was me, you, and a kid that was at University of Rhode Island that transferred. Forget his name. We were in a place in Atlanta. It was I think it was a country restaurant.
Yes.
It wasn't too popular with the brothers.
It was not.
And I had to take a stage left. Yeah, when they said he, I was out by the time they said ha.
Only Eddie could walk in there like nothing, though. Like nothing. Just listen, congrats on the win. One hell of a win. Like I said, it sucks that we couldn't have been there for that one. But I'll be back home soon, back to the 40 degrees. Appreciate it, Mac. Great to see you, Coach. Give your wife a big hug and your girls a big hug. Happy New Year, guys, and thanks a lot for having us on. We appreciate it.
Keep it rolling, Ed.
We'll
Thank
see
you, Coach.
Ed.
Bye-bye now.
Congratulations.